Oh, Lord have mercy. So this past Sunday was a beautiful day, a little bit on the chilly side. It was like 35 degrees, but I have heated gear, and I decided why not go and practice some motorcycle drills, because I'm going to be seeing Jerry Palladino in a few weeks. I'm going to attend his Ride Like a Pro training class. Unfortunately, that morning I did wake up with a pain in my hip because I overdid it while I was exercising, but it's, you know, nothing that can stop me from riding. The only problem is that I didn't expect to be doing this. All right, so let me tell you what happened. That morning I decided I wanted to practice my U-turns, and one of the things that I do to warm up is that I just start doing some random turns from left to right, leaning the bike as much as I can while keeping the rest of my body upright. This is an excellent way to start, you know, getting the feel for leaning the bike, especially in my right-hand turns, which is where I find myself having a little bit more difficulty. So after I did that, I basically blocked out a set of parking spaces that was about 18 feet wide, right? And so basically all I would do is go from one end of those parking spaces, do a U-turn, and then go to the other end and do another U-turn. And I would just keep going back and forth, you know, just practicing my U-turns like that. So I did find that, like I had mentioned, my right turns, I do have a little bit of a difficulty just, you know, doing the right turns. And so there was a point in time in that practice session where all I did was just practice my right turn U-turns. But this is where it got really bad for me. After I was done doing those U-turn drills without a problem, right, I decided to practice my U-turns from a dead stop. Now, Jerry Palladino explains how to do this in his Ride Like a Pro experience video. My problem is that I'm a little too impatient and I don't know how to freaking pace myself, because I decided I'm going to start doing these U-turns from a dead stop with the handlebars at full lock. And of course, I'm looking at the line there, which is about 18 feet apart. And that's a very tight turn to do U-turns from a dead stop. The other issue I had, and it's a really bad habit, really bad, but I've been doing it since I was a kid, ever since I was riding a bicycle. Whenever I would make a turn and I would feel that bike is going to tip over or that it was going to fall, I would extend my foot in order to stop the fall. The problem with that, in one of those instances, my foot got jammed underneath the rear saddle crash bar, and it jammed my foot. So thankfully I had my boots on, and it wasn't so bad. It did hurt, but I didn't sprain myself or anything like that. But it was just like the lights came on, and it was like, dude, don't freaking do that, because if the bike would have fallen and my foot was jammed underneath that crash bar, holy crap, I don't even want to think about what happens. So there was a time where I was actually going to just quit, right? After falling a few times and obviously this is not working out. I decided to quit, but then I kind of like stopped myself, regrouped, in my mind and basically said, no, just try to take your time and pace yourself. Don't try to make that U-turn so tight. And actually things started working out much better. So, lessons learned for me, right? Doing U-turns as you're moving is nothing compared to doing U-turns from a dead stop. Doing U-turns from a dead stop is a lot harder than it looks, especially if you're like me and you don't know how to pace yourself, right? And that's obviously the biggest lesson here is that I need to just, not rush it and learn how to freaking pace myself, I mean, I feel like I would be a lot more successful that way. So that's it, my friend. You got a lot of people out there on YouTube that only put up the good stuff, that makes them look good. And here I am putting out there all of my failures to the rest of the world. But I'm hoping that at least this will be a lot more helpful to somebody who's also struggling. I'll welcome some constructive criticism and some feedback to try to help me. Yeah, I mean, that's basically, I don't know what else to say. I hope that you found this video somewhat entertaining, but yeah. Listen, God bless you guys, and I'll see you at the next video. Yep, well, here it is. Look at all them scratch marks. All that stuff. I lost count as to how many times I fell. My bike without a scratch. Looking beautiful as always. Yep, motorcycledropguards.com. I cannot emphasize this enough.